girls, it's Miss Julie. Welcome back to another virtual lesson. Today we are going to have a little bit of a story time, but within that story we are going to have a quick little lesson. So I picked the book, There Was an Odd Princess Who Swallowed a Pea. So this book is very similar to other books. I believe it's called The Old Woman Who Swallowed a Fly. There's a lot of different versions of this book, and within these books there can be some things taught and learned. So the first thing that while I'm reading this, I want you guys to keep your eye on is the repetition. So there's going to be repetition within this book that can mean words or phrases is going to be repeated more than once. So that means if it's repeated, it happens at least twice, or it can happen more than twice. And then the other thing I want you guys to do is we are going to be doing sequencing of events. So there is a sequence in here, there's a pattern, and that means things happen in a particular order. So as I'm reading it, I already have mine already done. I want you guys to see if you can create a sequence or a timeline of the things that she swallowed in order from the beginning of the book by the end of the book. And at the end, I will tell you the ones that I wrote down in order from the very first thing that the odd princess swallowed to the very last thing. So again, keep your eye out for repetition, and keep your eye out for the things that she swallowed, and try to write it down while listening to the story. So let's begin. There was an odd princess who swallowed a pea. All right, kind of turn this way so you can see it. There was an odd princess who swallowed a pea, sipped her tea with that tiny pea, then burped with glee. There was an odd princess who swallowed a slipper. It made her feel chipper to eat that glass slipper. She swallowed the slipper right after the pea, then burped with glee. There was an odd princess who swallowed a crown. She munched it down, that sparkling crown. She swallowed the crown right after the slipper. She swallowed the slipper right after the pea, then burped with glee. There was an odd princess who swallowed a rose. It tickled her nose, that red-petaled rose. She swallowed the rose right after the crown. She swallowed the crown right after the slipper. She swallowed the slipper right after the pea, then burped with glee. There was an odd princess who swallowed a wand. She nibbled that wand by the castle pond. She swallowed the wand right after the rose. She swallowed the rose right after the crown. She swallowed the crown right after the slipper. She swallowed the slipper right after the pea, then burped with glee. There was an odd princess. What do you think is going to happen? Who swallowed a witch. Without a hitch, she gobbled that witch. She swallowed the witch right after the wand. She swallowed the wand right after the rose. She swallowed the rose right after the crown. She swallowed the crown right after the slipper. She swallowed the slipper right after the pea, then burped with glee. So there she is. There was an odd princess who swallowed a prince. Without a wince, she swallowed that prince. She swallowed the prince right after the witch. She swallowed the witch right after the wand. She swallowed the wand right after the rose. She swallowed the rose right after the crown. She swallowed the crown right after the slipper. She swallowed the slipper right after the pea, then burped with glee. Okay. Remember to be writing down what she swallowed. There was an odd princess who swallowed a queen. Isn't that mean? She swallowed a queen. She swallowed the queen right after the prince. She swallowed the prince right after the witch. She swallowed the witch right after the wand. She swallowed the wand right after the rose. She swallowed the rose right after the crown. She swallowed the crown right after the slipper. She swallowed the slipper right after the pea, then burped with glee. There was an odd princess. What do you think is going to happen? Who swallowed a moat. slurped it down her delicate throat. She swallowed the moat right after the queen. She swallowed the queen right after the prince. She swallowed the prince right after the witch. She swallowed the witch right after the wand. She swallowed the wand right after the rose. She swallowed the rose right after the crown. She swallowed the crown right after the slipper. She swallowed the slipper right after the pea, then burped with glee. So the moat, you can see in this one, there's water right above the castle, and then it's gone. So that's the moat, and she swallowed the moat. There was an old princess who swallowed a castle without a hassle. She gulped that castle. She swallowed the castle right after the moat. She swallowed the moat right after the queen. She swallowed the queen right after the prince. She swallowed the prince right after the witch. She swallowed the witch right after the wand. She swallowed the wand right after the rose. She swallowed the rose right after the crown. She swallowed the crown right after the slipper. She swallowed the slipper right after the pea, then burped with glee. You can see down here, that's what she has eaten so far. Okay. There was an odd princess who burst with laughter, and you can guess. She lived happily ever after. All right. So, within this book, we saw lots of repetition. So, for example, one sentence that was repeated is then burped with glee. We heard that lots of times, and every time after she swallowed something, it repeated. So if you were listening, you would have been able to catch that it repeated everything she swallowed and what she swallowed before and after. And then down here at the end, we can see everything she swallowed. Let me find the page. Right here. Starts at the beginning, there's the P, and it goes all the way. So there was some rhyming also in this book. So rhyming is, when those sounds sound the same. And then there was also that sequencing events that I wanted you guys to pay attention for. So let's check and see if you got it. So the first thing that the odd princess swallowed was the pea. She swallowed the pea very first. After the pea, what did she swallow? The slipper. So she swallowed the slipper next. After the slipper, she swallowed the crown. After the crown, she swallowed the rose. Then she swallowed the wand. Then she swallowed the witch. Then she swallowed the prince. And then she swallowed the queen. Then she swallowed the moat. Swallowed the moat. Remember, that was the water in front of the castle. And then the last thing she swallowed was the entire castle. So I just kind of wrote it down kind of like a timeline. I started with the first thing and went all the way down to the last thing. So I just wrote it in order. You can write it just like bulletin points up and down. I just wrote it as a timeline so you can see from the beginning of the story to the end of the story, this is what happened. So I hope you guys had fun with that. I hope you guys learned a little bit about sequence of events, which is things happening in particular order. I hope you guys had a fun time listening to this story, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, girls.